welcome back. Episode 2, Season 2 of The Wide World of Health. Hey, I hope everything's going well for you guys. I'm Mr. Buck.
I'm Mrs. Logie.
We're here today to talk about metabolism. Now, our last lesson we talked about was calories. Everything that you eat and drink, besides water, has calories. And you basically need calories to survive. You have to have calories every single day. Now, we want to talk about how do you burn those calories, okay? And it's a thing called metabolism, all right? Metabolism, we all have one, okay? Basically, the definition of metabolism is how fast your body burns calories, all right? As I was saying, we all have a metabolism. Some of ours is very high, some of ours is kind of right in the middle, and some of ours is low, all right? But we all have one. And you should kind of know, especially at your age right now, where do you fall on this chart? Now, there's some things that can affect a metabolism.
Mr. Bach, real quick though, if you're saying I have a high metabolism, does that mean I'm burning calories faster than others?
Yes, you are burning them very fast.
And if I have a low metabolism, I might not be burning them as quick as another person.
Correct.
So then, what affects it? What affects how you burn them?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. Now, here's some things that you can and can't control dealing with metabolism. The two major things that you can control are eating breakfast, and you got to kind of look at it like this. When you eat breakfast, it's kind of like when you start a campfire or something, you throw it on there, boom, in the morning, and the campfire gets going, and it's ready to go for the day, all right? That's kind of eating breakfast. It kind of gets your body, once you eat, and you can probably try this at home. Some of you don't eat as much breakfast. If you eat a big breakfast, all of a sudden you find out, you're like, oh, I won't be hungry till later in the day. All of a sudden you find yourself being more hungry sooner than you would be if you don't eat breakfast. Your body's kicking in. It's firing up. It's ready to go. So eating breakfast helps fire it up, which is a good thing. You want a higher metabolism. Physical activity, that's the easy one. That's what everybody can control. Whatever you like to do. That's why you see people at the Y working out, walking, biking, shooting hoops, all of that stuff. That's the one. The more active you are, the higher up the chart you go. Now, these are the two things you can control. And obviously, people, we would all love to have a high metabolism, but we're just not all blessed with that. And two of those reasons.
So there's some things you can't control then too. These are easy to control. Every day we can do this. But what about this, the things that you can't control?
Now, obviously, your age, okay? Your age is one of those things you cannot control. As you get older, your metabolism naturally starts to slow, okay? Little side story for me. When I was your age, my metabolism, if this was high, mine was there. Okay? Way up here. I could eat anything I ever wanted all the time, and I would lose weight. As my age started to increase, now that I'm over 25, okay, it slowly started to fall, and it did not tell me, my body did not say, Mr. Bach, you are starting to get older, we're going to shut down your metabolism in 2 weeks. No! All of a sudden, it just started to fall. And I remember trying on a pair of pants, and all of a sudden they're like, I said, geez, these pants shrunk. No, they did not. I increased. Okay? So my metabolism naturally, so I got a little nervous about it. So what did I do to control that? I started eating breakfast, and my physical activity, I bumped it up. Okay? I bumped it up, which then I'll never be back up here, but it can keep me up in this range. Okay? So your age, you guys are lucky right now. Your growth spurt, you're young, your age kind of generally keeps it up a little higher than it normally would be. And
what's this big word?
Ooh, genetics. This is one you cannot control. If you turn here to the board, these are the three kind of basic body types that every single person has. We have the endomorph person. This is I'll just go through them. Endomorph, mesomorph, and the ectomorph. Sounds like a superhero cartoon, okay? The endomorph person. This is a person that basically, they kind of have a little more fat, percentage of fat compared to muscle. They usually have some shorter limbs, and they do not have a very high metabolism. Theirs is generally lower, okay?
But they're not really fat.
No, that does not mean they are fat at all. A person that is an endomorphic person, they just gotta be careful what they eat, and if they do eat something, for example, like I would be here, if I'm a mesomorph, I don't have to be as careful. I could eat a bag of chips. An endomorphic, they could also eat chips, but you know what? They know right away. They're gonna have to bump up that physical activity if they want to maintain a certain level. They are not, as Mrs. Logie. That does not mean they are fat. Okay? The mesomorphic person, they generally average size limb, average height. They also have they have a kind of a higher metabolism due to the fact that they usually have more percentage of muscle than fat in their body, which muscle burns more calories than fat, which naturally puts them in a little higher range. Okay, that's just their genetic makeup. And then you have the ectomorphic person. These people are very high. To start off, they have a very high metabolism. They're usually taller, longer limbs, and it's actually as hard as it for the endo to burn calories. They actually have just as hard a time to gain weight as it is for the endo. So it's the opposite end. But everybody falls in here, and I think Mrs. Logie, that is key. That does not mean that the endo is fat. They just got to be careful, more in tune to this type of stuff.
It's kind of like when we get older, we just have to be in tune, because it's not a controllable of what we're eating and how much exercise we're getting.
That is correct. That is correct. So if you kind of know right now where you fall, some of you are going, oh my gosh, I can eat whatever, and some of you are like, oh, I can, but oof, I got to be careful. That's just a good thing. Okay? Nothing has to do with fat. You just got to know where you fall, and you'll be fine, because we all have a metabolism. Me personally, I try to do things because I'd like to train right in here. That's where we like to be, just to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, so Mr. Bach, just so I got my head wrapped around this, we need calories. We have to eat. We established that last time. However, once we eat to stay healthy, because our body is burning the calories that we eat, we can help it by eating breakfast and physical activity.
Yep,
that we know the 7th graders are doing. They're incorporating breakfast at home, and then we're getting outside and being active. That we're controlling. However, as we get older, our metabolism tends to go lower. So we have to be careful at what kind of calories we're putting in. And then of course our genetics, with our 3 body types, we all fall in here somewhere, okay? And just depending on our body types will also influence what we have to do here. Do I have that right?
That is correct. That's perfect.
Okay.
So calories, got to have them to live, and we're all going to burn them. Right now you are burning calories. Some of you are burning them at a higher rate than others. That's just the way it is. Those are the bodies we've been given. That's the way it is.
Got it. Okay, I think we got this understood.
Okay, so that is your metabolism episode today for season 2, episode 2. Other than that, that's all I have.
I think your teachers are gonna go over it a little bit more on some individual slideshows just to make sure you have this whole understanding. We threw a lot at you, but we love how you're participating and you're checking in all the time. Keep it up, 7th graders. We're really proud of you.
Yep, thank you for everything you do. And I am Mr. Bach.
I'm Mrs. Logie.
See you on episode 3. Have a great day.